Hey, it's fucking going. Dusty Bogan here. Saturday bloody morning. Just woke up, had a fucking Milo. Check it out. Got some fucking go Queensland. State of Origin had a fucking good win. Hope he's had a good fucking week. Welcome to the weekend. After the YouTube fucking purge. What did they do? They demonetized bloody Jesse Lee Peterson, my fucking hero, and Revenge of the Sis, who fucking helped out old Dusty. What a bunch of legends. What a fucking shame. I reckon it's like gonna be a thing now where I'm gonna have to go and be like, do like fucking $2 subscriptions. You know what I mean? To these fucking Revenge of the Sis. They're getting maybe $2 a month donation, and same with buddy Jesse Lee Peterson. They're both legends, mate. Legend status. And I can't believe they did that. My hopes and dreams are going to be crushed on getting monetized. My channel's up for review. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching all the time. G'day, 3 people. And what's up with Revenge of the Sis not being on this morning? I was like, oh no, that sucks. I was going to go back to back after their show and rip them off. Nah, I'm only joking. Legends. But yeah, I finally got my hours up, so my channel's up for review, and then hopefully I'll be able to do like super chats and that. So it should be fucking excellent. Went to Macca's last night. I'll get into the story. I'll get into the NASA and the beavers in a minute. Wait for a few more people to join, but I'll just talk shit. 6 of yous. Fuck yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I went to Macca's last night. Have you had them like family meals? And it's like, I got a fucking Big Mac, quarter pounder, 2 cheeseburgers, 4 small fries, and 4 small drinks. It was fucking good, eh? I love McDonald's. I'm so addicted. I'm like, my missus is like, we gotta do grocery shopping. I'm like, oh, I need McDonald's. I'm like, the drool started coming down the side of the mouth. They built this new Big Mad Macca's close to my house, and it's fucking so good, so delicious. I'm like a kid every time I go in there. Had this awesome meal, and my missus is good because my missus. You know what women are like, and they're like, I want to lose weight, I want to get fucking fit, and I'm like, all right. So I just get the family feast and be like, here's a cheeseburger because you're trying to lose weight. And I just sit there like a pig. And they gave me this mad fucking maroon State of Origin flag. I don't know where it is. I think I left it in the missus' car. And I was like, I fucking love McDonald's. So good. You can't take me anywhere. Check out my new shirt. Black Lungs, my brother made it for me. See if you can see the picture on the back. Made these, sent these pictures to him. It's like all a few famous people I've interviewed. Or famous in Australia, political activists, and probably the most famous person I interviewed was Imam Twahidi. I guess he's an Aussie. Maybe Royce and Mersh being on that show. That was fucking sick. But yeah, Black Lungs. You know Black Lungs. He's the bloke who owns this. My brother who owns this postie bike. And I kicked him out of my house because he was too annoying. And yeah, he walked past the shops and he's like, hey, they make t-shirts there. And he's just harassing me at work the whole time. Send me some photos you want made onto a shirt for you fucking Dusty Bogan. So I fucking sent him a few. I got another one upstairs. I might wear it next week. Should be fucking. And I was like, yeah, they come out pretty good. Mad shirt. Maybe one day I could actually start selling the fucking shirts or something, I'll read a few comments. Hello from Missouri. Cheers, mate. Emerald Fox. Oh, Revenge of the Sisters on vacation. True. They deserve it. Yeah. Hopefully they fucking. Oh, Medicine Man. Never fucking give up. Dusty. Yeah, they're on vacation. So spewing. I should have been like, give me a shout out on the last show and be like, tune in to Dusty's Saturday show. You know what I mean? And I woke up and they weren't on. I was like, fuck. I just stayed in bed for a little bit longer, like a lazy bastard. Dusty, have you ever seen a documentary called Super Size Me? Yeah, I know. That documentary, like documentaries work. They're effective. You know what I mean? Raising awareness. That's why I guess that's why they're shutting down all these fucking YouTube channels and that, right? Because they know they're like, fuck, this is why all these based populist politicians and people are getting in power. All these conservatives who are pushing back against the globalists and stuff, right? So they're all freaking out. And it's just like Super Size Me worked. They fucked McDonald's. What's wrong with greasy fucking Macca's was like way better value for money. It was fucking bigger, greasier. No one should eat McDonald's all the time, but look, like, come on, once a month. I used to eat it all the fucking time. I used to be addicted to fast food, and then I was like, I can't fucking do it. The only reason I stopped doing it, eating so much fast food, is because it fucking costs so much money. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Super Size Me was pretty fucking good, eh? I guess he ate it every day and he had like fucking liver failure. Hey, Dusty, you gonna sell that shirt? Yeah, I reckon I will, man. I got my other one upstairs with it's like the Australian Space Agency, and it's me in a spacesuit. But I don't even know the people. The dude who made this, he sent me a message, or he's in the comment section. He's like, "Hey, bro, I made that picture of you," and I was like, "Thanks heaps, dude." And I have to hit him up. Somehow we need to track down that dude and be like, is it legal for me to sell the shirt of the guy's artwork he made of me? I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. Ah, shit, my fucking phone is out of charge almost. Um, Dusty, Boar Nordic, cheers for tuning in, mate. Proud boy president, number one. Keep us strong. Nah, the father of Queensland. It's been a big week, Dusty. Things are kind of boned. No shit, bro. Hope you're all right, mate. Everyone take it easy, eh? I'll tell you what, guys. Since I fucked my finger, I was in hospital with my finger. 3 weeks off work. I stopped working my second job because I was working two jobs. I was mowing lawns to the side after concreting, and like I'm telling you what, I mean, for the last 10 years, if I wasn't working two jobs, I was volunteering like 10 hours a week. And I've been doing way, way too much. And like, this is the first time. So maybe it's like the last 6 weeks or something. I don't even know. This is like the first time in my life I've only had like one job, just my 8 to 9 hours a day. And I'm telling you what, I feel like the best I've ever felt in my life. I feel human again. I was like, said to my missus, like, I'm never doing that again. I'm never gonna work that much. Never gonna fucking volunteer that much. I feel like I reckon I had anxiety. I reckon I was like, I reckon I'd be so tired and sore and injured because I wasn't giving myself enough recovery time. And then because I was so fucked, I'd put on a brave face and be nice, but it gave me like a certain level of being anxious and weird, and like just been like, and binge drinking and just fucking being like, wasn't really good. So I'll just say to old mate who said he had a rough week, fucking look after yourselves. Don't do too much. I mean, it's either like the spectrum where people are doing fuck all and they need to do more, or people who do too much. Got to find that balance, eh? I should be, what's this, Lisa 18NW Mason. I should be outside enjoying the weather, but instead I'm inside finishing my homework. Yeah. It's all right. It's fucking, I guess it's cold here, but cold here is like 12 degrees. It's nothing. I'm like, wearing fucking Ugg boots. You know what Ugg boots are? Like a fucking Darrow. Some filthy Darrow. Anyway, should we read these fucking good articles? And see how I've learned how to put in the descriptions my talent link to my Telegram and my fucking and the link for my I don't know if it must have come up, right? And the link for my PayPal. And I just wrote on it, shout Dusty a fucking beer. Some dude gave me $20 this week. I started my PayPal and someone gave me $20. I was like, you dead set. I'm spending that $20 on a beer. I'm so fucking happy. Legend status. All right, let's fucking read some news, eh? I was reading this shit because it's been a rough week, right? No one likes the fact that Jesse Lee Peterson and fucking Revenge of the Sith getting demonetized. I don't know about all the other channels who've been booted. I don't think any channel I subscribe to has been removed. So, but yeah, we don't want to fucking hear about that shit. We've been hearing about that for days. You know what I mean? Time to move on. Well, we're gonna shit will happen. People will make it happen. My mate's created his own social media app. It's called the slateboard.com. I'll get the link to it because he wants to give me 12 and a half. He's like, I'll give you 12.5% of the company because I helped them like tweak it and make it better. And I'm like an advisor. I talk to his engineer and stuff. And he's creating the Slateboard TV. So he's got like a fuckload of servers and stuff. Like, I don't know, 100 grand worth of servers in a warehouse somewhere. So he's like, yeah, we had that. He had that for some project. Him and his mate has a massive IT company. And he's like, we just need to hook it up and then get the servers running and fucking all this. So yeah, in not too distant future, the slateboard.com could be like a kind of decent, could be a decent alternative to fucking YouTube and Facebook and shit. So we're starting this process. So I'll get the link when I get the link for the slateboard.com, right? Because I've got a Dusty Bogan page on there and I've got a fucking Proud Boys vetting page on there. When I do that, I'll have to start putting it in descriptions and get everyone to use it. I might try to, and I've also got a plan to cut in the Revenge of the Sith and get them like at least 2% of the company. I've got a massive plan. It's all happening behind the scenes. You know what I mean? The fucking ADD works fucking good. Nah. It's funny how like I was working so much and fucking myself. So I was like in a tired, physically tired, exhausted state. And I felt like injured. Always had little like injuries and be like, fuck, my knee's sore, my ankle's sore. Something was always sore. Now it's like 6 weeks, I'm fucking good. And I'm like, I just want to go play sports again. I want to get amongst it. And I'm fucking thinking, I'm loving life. Feels so bloody good. Anyway, I'm going on fucking tangent. I think someone just donated to my PayPal. Like $5 fucking. So it came up on my phone. Sorry for all the tangents, guys. You fucking love it anyway. No. Oh, I can't even. Here we go. Received $4. Jesse Sakers. Sorry, bro. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. I really fucking suck. Thanks heaps, bro. $4.44. Holy fuck. That's a beer today I'm gonna drink. I'm going to my mate's baby gender reveal. And we're gonna go have a fucking beer. We'll probably have a beer and a cigar. And holy shit, mate. Jesse, you're an absolute legend, mate. If anyone ever donates, I'm fucking giving you a shout out. And the weird thing is, right, there was like a thing the other day. It lets me reply. Thanks, mate. Bang. And then last time I did this reply, and then it bounced back, and it was like, oh, that didn't fucking work. But yeah, holy fuck, man. Life's going all right. Here we go. We'll read the fucking news. And I want to check how many. Thanks, everyone, for being patient with me. 21 watching. Jeez Louise, mate. Thanks fucking heaps, everyone. Let's read the news. You've just tuned in time for the starting of these reading this news articles. Dusty news. Just fucking woke up. Bit fucked. Welcome to the real world, eh? It's alright. You don't have to be perfect in this life to get by. Just have a go, I reckon. Here we go. This is fucking good. I'm going to Poland. If this happens, I'm going to Poland. Polish minister sparks outrage with bid to eat rare animals. I'm not outraged. I'm fucking excited. I'm ready to go to fucking Poland and start eating some beaver and that and whatnot. Whatever fucking delicacy they've got down there. Up there. The world's flat anyway, so technically, no, I'm only joking. It's not flat. I was watching a bit of David Icke last night because he's got his new fucking movie. I forget the fucking name. And I was watching him, and he's got these really fucked lizard hands. I was like, I wonder if he does this. He's like, how you going? And the fucking world's flat, and there's lizard people everywhere, and it's fucking entertaining as fuck. And he's got these big mong hands. That was fucking entertaining. I sent the link to a few of my mates, and they were like, this dude seems like a bit of a nut job. And I'm like, nah, he's a fucking legend, mate. And I was just stringing them on like that I'm like a true believer. It's bloody entertaining, David Icke, man. He's fucking real entertaining. Anyway, I'm going to fucking keep reading this article. Anyway, Polish Agriculture Minister J. Krzysztof, not going to even pronounce his name, has provoked widespread criticism in Poland after he proposed removing legal protections from European bison and beaver and adding them to the list of edible animals. They'll be farmed and sold for meat. Maybe they could like breed them. You can get like farms with like exclusion fencing and release a heap of these animals, have them breeding like fucking wildfire with no predators in the exclusion fence, and people can just go hunt them and eat them. They'll soon be taken off the fucking, the protected fucking species. They won't need to be a protected species if they're farmed. If they're farmed and like, if you monetize it, fuck yeah, people, these things are going to be everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, during an agriculture conference at a Polish parliament late last month, Mr. whatever his name is spoke about the need to regulate beaver numbers due to the damage he said they cause to agricultural land. He lamented that even though local authorities grant permission to kill thousands of beavers each year, there's very little demand for hunters to hunt them. In Poland, unlike many European countries, beavers are only partially protected and may be killed between October and March. I love a good hunting season. Beaver hunting season. We're all going to Poland. Fuck yeah. Under certain circumstances, the hunter is not allowed to eat the dead animal. That's bullshit. You can kill it, but you can't eat it. What kind of twisted fucking world are we living in? That's bullshit. I will decide to recognize beavers and bison as edible animals, he said, adding that beaver tail was can't even pronounce this word, aphrodisiac. Hell yeah. Eat the shit out of that beaver tail, boys. Repopulate the fucking earth. You know what I mean? We need to like all the militant atheists and communists and vegans and feminists, they don't want to have children. All the environment, the environmentalists, they don't have kids. We need more. That's the thing about Proud Boys. We say we need more Westerners. We don't give a fuck what color your skin is. We're just like, we need more Westerners. We need more babies. We need more proud, patriotic Westerners. You know what I mean? Who are like, we fucking, we fucking created the free world. We should be damn proud of it. We need to have more people who are freaking singing the praise of what has been created in the Western world. You know what I mean? Anyway, more fucking tangents. We need the was it aphrodisiac? Is that what you called it? Call it of the beaver tail. Salvation to the fucking. We'll send a fuckload of beaver tail over the Japanese. They're not having enough kids either. Maybe it's a trait of just fucking capitalism, I reckon. Not having enough kids. Just the fact that so good. We get so attached to materialism, and then I think when there's slow economic times, you're like, fuck. You get a bit like worried and stressed out, and you pull back and you're like, nah, I can only have one kid or two. I can't have three or four because we're so materialistic that like our value structure's all out. We value the material over like culture and family and tradition and community. You know what I mean? We're losing the balance. We're trading in. Yeah, we're saying like we're putting it up on the fucking podium. You know, you look at Instagram, you'd be like, what kind of fucking world are we living in? What have I done? I just fucked this news article up. Is this right? Here we go. I'm back. I'm back on the article. Okay. Does it keep going? Yep. The last bison in the whatever forest was shot in the early 1920s. They were reintroduced at the end of that decade from bisons kept in zoos. Since both species have been protected under Polish law, their numbers have increased according to most recent estimates. There were 1,800 bison and more than 55,000 beavers in Poland. The minister comments have caused some puzzlement. According to experts, no such list of edible animals in Poland exists. We're going to fucking create one. It is also up to the environmental minister, not the agricultural minister, decide which species are legally protected in Poland. We need to start eating. If you want to save, this is the thing. If you want to save the local fucking animals, like in Australia, if we're like, okay, that species going out extinct, what we need to do, you need to set up like fucking big nature reserves with exclusion fencing, remove or cull off all the predators inside it. Then you put your fucking endangered species in there. Let them breed like wildfire. Maybe have some rangers in there. They could do some stuff to help them breed. Breed like fucking wildfire. And then set up next to that another like exclusion zone whether you can just fucking release certain amount of population into that area, and that area could be for hunting. That's the shit. And then you say like, the way we're going to fund this nature reserve, where we're going to bring back the population of whatever animal you fucking want, you're like, is through hunting. And we're going to sell the fur and the meat, and people can buy tickets, and they can, if you want to kill fucking 20 beavers, it's going to cost you X amount of dollars, and then you can fucking keep the fur and the meat. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. You make make it profitable, and you watch these fucking. There'll be beavers everywhere. We could do it over here, like the same thing with the crocodiles. We had something similar. They were like, they've made the crocodiles like you can't hunt the crocodiles, and then now the crocodiles are getting out of control. And Steve Irwin, the guy died, the fucking legend crocodile hunter. Well, his missus, what they were saying is they were like, well, we want to bring back a culling season to get control of the fucking crocodiles again because it's throwing out the ecosystem, and had a number of people fucking killed by crocodiles. We need to get the balance right in the ecosystem, so we're going to cull them off. And I think they've issued like tags for culling them. And then the stupid thing is, they're like, the greenies a petition. They're like, but we don't want the crocodile skin sold. It's like, but you've killed the fucking animal. You should, out of respect to the animal, use the whole fucking thing. So it doesn't really make sense, and I couldn't understand why Bindi Irwin and fucking Steve Irwin's missus, I forget her name, were saying like, we're not interested. We don't want the crocodile's skin being fucking sold. It's like, we know like ecosystems, how they work, and we're the ultimate predator. We can see what's throwing out the ecosystem. Be like, right, we've got to do something here. There's other fucking species that are getting harmed now by the fucking, because the predators are taking over. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm talking shit I don't really know about, but funny, hey. The minister comments have caused some puzzlement. I've just read that. Blah 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 blah. On Friday, Mr. Whatever his name clarified that he was in talks with the environmental minister about placing beaver, not bison, on a list of animals such as deer or hare that can be hunted and eaten. Beaver. Macca's going to have a new fucking beaver range of burgers. The obesity epidemic, don't worry, it'll be all good. If you have to go hunt the beaver before you eat it, you won't become fat. You know what I mean? It's fucking gives you balance back in your life. But even that, the many prove tricky. Oh, what have I fucking said there? Anyway, if the environmental minister decides to remove legal protection for beavers, Poland would find itself in conflict again with EU law. Can you fucking believe it? Foreigners controlling what the Polish can do. How terrible. This will be the reason. It's the straw that broke the camel's back. And it's the Polish are going to be like, we're getting out of the European Union. We want fucking beavers. We want to eat the fuckers. Yeah, so the Poland would find itself in conflict once again with EU law because the European beaver is protected under EU habitatal, whatever. EU fucking environmental directive. What a load of shit. So Brussels is making the call. They're making the shots. Even if the fucking elected people of Poland, are trying to, they know what the fuck. This is the thing about local governance. You know what's going on in your local area. You can see what's going on. You're like, oh yeah, we've got a problem here. We're gonna fix it. Sorry, mate, you can't fucking get control of the beavers. It's like, you know, some bloke on half the other side of the continent's going to tell you what to do, mate. You can't eat beavers. But, you know, beaver tail fucking solves all the problems of the earth. You eat that shit, sell it aphrodisiac. We're going to sell it to the Japs. Sell it to fucking anyone who wants it. All the weirdos. Nah. Dusty's going to go to Poland and fucking eat beaver all day and night. Here we go. Dusty, I'm going to jump back in the comments section. So fucking let me have it. Give us a Black Lungs update. Yeah, well, fuck. Hang on, I'll scroll up a bit more so I don't miss anything. Oh, here we go. On the bright side, Undertaker defeated Goldberg this morning. Undertaker is the GOAT. So I thought that Undertaker's last match was when he came to Australia. Can't remember what they called it, Super Sunday or Super fucking something. So that was a lie. That was like clickbait. I was on the verge of flying down to fucking Australians, communist fucking state, Victoria. I'm watching that wrestling match when Undertaker was coming. And I seen that today. I got a fucking email from the WWE. They're like, "We'll give you fucking half price subscription to WWE Network," because I keep getting it just for WrestleMania and then unsubscribing. You know what I mean? I go for a month. So yeah, I thought fucking Goldberg, yeah, Goldberg and the Undertaker would have been a good match. Pretty sure Wrestling Reality will have. They usually have the highlights the day after, so I have to check that out. Monkey D. Yeah, anyway, I'll keep reading. The Undertaker's the man, but he like when you watch the Undertaker, you're like, you can feel the power. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing, man, about like Western culture. We had stuff like the Undertaker, We had like meta cultures and meta heroes, like Jesus and Christianity, the things that like Western culture were based on, built on the foundation. It gave you like a sense of awe. You're like, just like when the Undertaker comes out, like he's created this fucking awesome character who's inspires like a opens up another realm of your brain where you're like, now we're all like, most people are militant atheists and like, I don't believe in anything. And it's just like they're so shut down. The brain is so limited. We see the Undertaker come down and it parts of that brain that opens up again. And then we start to like, some magic starts to awaken in us. And we've sold a lot of this. We traded in our culture and our heritage and our tradition, and we were like, nah, we want to fucking monetize everything. We traded the truth in for a lie, and the love of money, which is a root of all evil, is taken over. And it's time. It's time for us to start venerating and understanding, the how fucking the practical benefits of having culture and tradition and heroes. We need to bring them back. We need to bring it back. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with the Proud Boys. We're bringing back. We have our meta culture back, and we have the meta heroes back. We've got heroes in the Proud Boys. You know what I mean? This is how we're going to save Western culture again. We're going to reinstate all this stuff. And the dudes like the Undertaker, he's a legend. He's of legend status. Anyway, I'll keep reading here. I've gone on another fucking tangent. The environment, Westerners have a negative replacement rate. We are not the problem. Have a negative replacement rate. Yeah, so we're fucking environmentally, we're like stable. We're less than stable. I think we're dipping. We're definitely dipping, mate. Not replacing ourselves. Good. Anyway, we won't go there because sometimes there's comments and you're like, that's awesome. And you could read about it, but I just feel like me saying a statement about it just doesn't give it justification. Do you know what I mean? I need to spend a fair amount of time talking about it. And it just becomes like a mass tangent. Anyway, I get what you're saying. Yeah, people would taunt the Oregon State women gymnastics team for cheating because for eating the beavers. Damn straight, it gives you the edge, bro. The beaver tail will give you the edge. Maybe so. This is the thing. We need to get the beavers. We kill the beavers, and then we just get fucking stimulated on the next level. We start fucking all the dials get tuned back in, and you're like, you become the Undertaker. We'll have millions of fucking legend status people getting around, just fucking deep fried beaver tail, just fucking loving life. Start stalking the missus down the hallway again, repopulating the planet. Here we go. The beaver that broke the EU's back. Damn straight, mate. That's what it's going to be. We're calling the end of the EU just so we can eat the delicious beaver tail. You know what I mean? We all turn into like Austin Powers with fucking beaver crumbs. There'd be beaver crumbs on our shirts and drool down our mouth. The beaver crumbs in our hairy Austin Power chest because the beaver tail's just sliding you up. You know what I'm saying? The Undertaker is Christian now. He goes to his church and everything. Hallelujah. I can't fucking wait to go tell my mate Rob. He's like this atheist dude. Not really. I call him Santa. I used to work with this dude, Rob, and one time, this is a tangent, one time I almost made him have a heart attack. So I was at work and I'm like, hey, you going, Rob? He was eating lunch. He was eating smoko. He had like a late smoker. I'm like, hey, you going, Rob? He's like, yeah, fuck you. And then I walked all the way around this building, like fucking probably half a kilometer, just so I could sneak up on him and go, "Ugh." And I did that. And then he almost had a heart attack and he was like clutching his chest, like, fuck you. You're a fuckhead. And he's like, do not revive. Do not revive. And I'm like, it's my duty. I'm a first aider. I'm legally required to revive you. And he's like, you're going to hell. You're going to go to fucking hell. You're a murderer. You almost murdered me. And he started calling me Hellboy. This is Rob, my mate, and he loves The Undertaker and he hates Christianity. Every time we drive past my church, because we go fishing and that together, he'd be like, can you smell something? He's like, I can smell the smoke. He's like, I think the fire's starting. We're getting close. And I'll be like, nah, let's call in there, Rob. I'm going to tee you up with some mad Samoan woman. But yeah, he'll probably be like, yeah. He'll probably cry when I tell him the Undertaker's is a Christian now. He's full born again. Oh, the match we really want is Sting versus Undertaker. Fuck yeah, that'd be so good. It'd be like, that's the kind of thing where you do know, if you're a wrestling fan, you're like, it's fake. It's fucking real entertainment. If you watch movies, if you're like, oh, I watched this movie, you watch this fucking movie and you're like, that was awesome. Some action movie. What's wrong with watching a live action movie with real life stuntmen beating the shit out of each other? I fucking love it. I want to start my own wrestling company and become a wrestler. Because when you're a kid and you watch wrestling, it gets built into you. You're like, this is fucking awesome. You start drooling over it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Undertaker versus Sting, that'd be so epic. Who I can't even Lisa 18 NW Mason. I can't even read your writing because I'm too fucking dumb. Nutra, I can't even say that. Are parasites on the rodent world. They serve no real purpose, carry diseases, and have a large rat tail and confuse kids because they actually think they're beavers. Oh, so this Nutra, whatever, however you pronounce it, is like some fake fucking beaver. And you probably kill them and eat that beaver tail and they fuck you up. They turn you into a soy boy or like a fucking communist or something. Has the opposite effect of a beaver tail. Do you know what I mean? The West died when Hacksaw Jim Duggan stopped saying, "Who?" I love it. Thanks for being wrestling fans, you guys. You're fucking awesome. This is where we need to take. One day I wanna start. I was saying the other night, is what I want to do. What we used to do when I used to have my youth group, right? This was a youth life group or whatever, and all the young lads would come around and would have like a rope, put a rope on the ground in a circle, and we started our own fighting championship, right? And it's kind of like sumo / wrestling. We'd put on boxing gloves, and you could box each other, or you could push them out of the circle. You could pin them, and it'll be three You pin him for 3 seconds, you can push him out. Or if it came down to boxing, which generally it wouldn't, you could the ref could decide, and you'd have three rounds, 3 4-minute rounds or whatever. And I'm thinking we need to. I want to turn that into a new sport. I'm going to film it. I'm going to create my own new sport, fighting sports. But the thing is, what we'd do is no headshots, and just because if I do this, if we do this, I'm gonna do it when the boys come around next. I'll be like, sweet, let's have some fights, but no headshots. You can push him out of the ring. You can pin him because we're all working class dudes. You know what I mean? We can't afford to fucking knock each other's fucking break each other's jaws or bloody knock each other's teeth out. So we want to be able to fight and have fights and real competition, but we don't want to kill each other. Do you know what I mean? So stay tuned. Stay tuned to that. And we're going to fucking do it. Oh, the Dusty Sheila. That's my wife, everyone, in the comments. She said, hottie. Thanks, love. Thanks for tuning in. Give me $5. Get Dusty Sheila, send me $5 over my fucking PayPal. So I can go buy beer. Nah, don't, because they take a cut. It'll just be like, yeah. The $5 the Dusty Sheila didn't spend. Anyway, what was the other comment? Dusty Bogan. Hey, Dusty, where did you get that T-shirt? My brother Black Lungs made it. I'll show you the back. I don't know if you can see the back. Hang on, let me see. Hope you all can hear me still. Can you see the back? There's a slight delay. So check out the back of my shirt too. It's got some fucking sick pictures of me meeting people like Stefan Molyneux, Fraser Anning, Imam Twahidi. There's fucking heaps of dudes. Avi Yemeni. Like when I interviewed them, all the stuff. My phone's fucking gone dead. Sorry for fucking you around then, doing the old spin around. But yeah, my brother Black Lungs made me the shirt when he was down the coast the other day, and he was like, walked past some place, and it was like they made T-shirts. And he's like, yeah, I'll fucking make you a T-shirt. What a legend name. Thanks, Black Lungs. Maybe I'll bloody... If I really get my shit together, I'm going for a feed tonight with my mate. He's gonna help me build a website. And then once I have a website, I can start selling. I'm gonna sell hats and shirts and fucking stubby coolers. You know what I mean? And even maybe I might sell like the artwork because I painted that, so I might sell some of the stuff. And I'll try to keep it as cheap as possible because you know what I mean. There's the thing of like, even though I have my PayPal, I kind of don't want working class people to go out of their way to fucking give me money. Like, give me $1. If you're just like a working class dude or Sheila, you're not loaded. Don't feel like you have to give me money or give me a fucking $1. And I'll be like, thank you, so appreciative. That's $1 towards a beer. Nah. I'm only drinking on Saturdays now. I haven't drank a lot at all. Cut it back. Yeah, Fight Club Junior. That's right, dude. I want to bring in Fight Club Junior. My inspiration is like, obviously me and my youth boys, we invented that kind of competition. And but the thing is also with the Proud Boys, like we do our second degrees. To be a second degree Proud Boy and vote and stuff, you have to name 5 breakfast cereals while 5 of us punch you in the body. No headshots or ball shots. Punch you. You have to name 5 breakfast cereal, and then you're second degree member. So it's like, yeah, the inspiration of starting this new fucking Fight Club Junior is my youth group, the youth boys, when we used to do it in my backyard. So we already did it, and also bloody second degrees. My inspiration. I want to start doing it. Super chats. No, I don't have super chats yet. Soon, my channel's up for review right now. Like I just got the fucking. I think it was Thirsty Thursday. I just got up enough hours to get my channel up for review. So if it goes through, if they say my channel can be monetized, and I'm not holding my breath, then fucking yeah, I'll be able to do super chats. I'll be fucking sick. Oh my god, Dusty Sheila. Hey there, congrats on the baby. Yeah, we didn't have a baby. We had a miscarriage. Dusty talks about you all the time. It's the cutest thing ever. Yeah, my missus is amazing. Um, Dusty Sheila is beautiful. I'm so excited you guys are having a baby. Congratulations. Nah, yeah, we're not. We thought we had a baby, and then after 6 weeks, it died. So that's fucking terrible and sad. But we're never gonna stop. We're gonna try again in October or something. So that's all good. Life's shit, man. Shit things happen in life, and with good mates, good family and friends, you know what, you can get through it. But doesn't mean it's gonna be fucking easy. Doesn't mean that it takes time to feel better and shit. Everyone gets affected differently by different things. Things suck. You're lucky I'm not a Jew about my stuff. Otherwise, I would request shekels. It's all good, man. We love you here at Revenge of the Sis. Yeah, mate. Thanks heaps, everyone. Right, 30 of you's watching. Thanks for fucking tuning in. I'm gonna read another fucking article. There was some other sick article in here. Fucking NASA. I reckon Trump. I might read the Trump one first, and then we'll read this NASA one. No. I'll read this one because who knows? I could be stuck on this one fucking a day. Be here for a week. Let's face it. Nah. NASA to open International Space Station to tourists. Fucking oath, mate. We're all gonna go to fucking space. I should get my other shirt that Black Lungs made for me. Is like the cartoon where it's like I'm wearing a spacesuit and shit, and I got my possum and my Dusty Bogan drink and that. I need to start drinking my Dusty Bogan drink again, eh? Anyway, NASA is to allow tourists to visit the International Space Station from 2020, priced at $35,000 per night. Holy shit. I bet you have to have like a minimum of 3 nights or something, like as if they would let you just fly up and come back. You know what I mean? There'd be some fucking conditions. Anyway, would you do it? I wonder if you were like 35 grand, it's kind of reasonable enough. If you, I don't know, you could spend, I think I spent 20 grand when I went to America on holiday. It was fucking worth it. A month off, and I just spent money like eating fucking In-N-Out burger. It was awesome. It was so much fun. But yeah, it's definitely doable. One night, 35 grand for one night. Fuck that. That's insane. But who knows? And like in fucking 20 years, maybe that could reduce down to like, could halve. The price of that could halve. Could be 17. Could be to like 15 grand in 20 years. Could be 15 grand a night. So by the time I'm 50, I could be like, I'm going to fucking space. Probably a big waste of money. I don't know if I could ever get my head around that. You know what I mean? The US Space Agency, it said it will open the orbiting space station to tourists and other business ventures. There'll be up to 2 short private astronaut missions per year, said Ruby Gates, the deputy director of ISS space station. NASA said that private astronauts would be permitted to travel to ISIS space station for up to 30 days traveling on US spacecraft. Holy crap. So that's like 350 grand. It's almost like $1 million. You're like, yeah, I want to go there for a month. It's like $1 million. I guess there's some billionaires who'd be like, that's fucking totally worth it. Do you know what I mean? NASA has opened the International Space Station to commercial opportunities and marketing these opportunities as we've never done before, Chief Financial Officer Dave DeWitt said in New York. I bet you Trump, the man, is like, we have to monitor. This is the thing. Just like the hunting of the beaver tail, if you want like breakthrough, if you want to save the species, you want to save these fucking animals, monetize it, make money out of it. Fucking, you know what I mean? Incentivize people to fucking save these animals. You know what I mean? By hunting them and eating them and selling their fur and stuff. And then you watch. It's just like this. They're turning this International Space Station into a holiday fucking destination. And guess what? This is going to be a great thing. I'm sure it will, in 20 years, it's going to bring the cost right down. It's going to bring innovation and breakthrough. And then we're going to see, like they've already done with Elon Musk and SpaceX and all these other companies. It's competition, man. It's the free market. It actually works. It drives innovation and it brings the cost down and it makes it accessible for more people. Do you know what I mean? Powerful, mate. Pretty fucking cool. Here we go. NASA said the private commercial entities would be responsible for determining crew composition and ensuring that the private astronaut meets medical and training requirements for spaceflight. Imagine having beers up in space. I wonder what would happen. Imagine eating beaver tail in space. The two companies hired by NASA are Elon Musk SpaceX, the fucking lizard man. He's a legend, Elon. Which will use its Dragon capsule, and Boeing, with its building, which is building a spacecraft called the Starliner. Fuck yeah! How good is Elon Musk? But I kind of like him. I think even he even talked about like countries, Western. It's more like the thing is, it's not Western countries aren't having enough children. We're not replacing ourselves, and we're fucking needing to bring in mass migration to keep economic growth. You know, because it's based on fucking consumption, whatever. But like he was talking about, and he's like, look at Japan and even China, the east of China, all the fucking cities in China, people are not having enough children. There's like going to be a big population bubble that's going to burst. Do you know what I mean? And then it destroys the housing market. It destroys the you have all these people, and they'll go, here's a big population bubble, and it's going like this, and it moves over and over and over, and eventually these people will die. And then they're like, holy crap! Now there's like all the all these people. Now these houses are empty. You know what I mean? The housing market's crashed out because of it. There wasn't enough people paying taxes to provide for these people's pensions. So that's, the national debt had to increase. Now we've got a housing crisis, and we're like, fuck, we fucked that up, didn't they? And Elon Musk was talking about it. He was like, for Asia, it's like for Korea, Singapore, Japan, and the eastern part of China, they were like, to replace the age bubble, the population bubble of aging people who are about to move into retirement and then die, and then there's going to be like a huge decline in population. They were like to fill that and stabilize it. There was something like 400 million people would have to migrate to East Asia. Do you know what I mean? But he was saying we need to. I think what he was saying is like through innovation and technology and automation and artificial intelligence. He's like, we don't necessarily need mass migration. He's like, we need to address it and we need to encourage people to have families. That's what Elon Musk was saying. I was like, that's brilliant. Thanks, Elon Musk. Because he said it in a real intelligent way that didn't seem like he's just being practical. He wasn't like, stuff all these third world immigrants, these people who are coming into first world nations, modern economies. He wasn't like saying any of that. He's just like, hang on, there's a practical economic. You could see the economic thing. You could see the fucking, he'd be like, you can look at the numbers, be like, what do we need to do to solve this problem? And I thought it was really brilliant. I should find that YouTube video and add the link. I think he's brilliant. Elon Musk. Look him up, and you'll be able to find that one where he talks about population. I don't know, population bubbles or something like that. I don't know how I got onto that tangent. Oh yeah, here we go. These companies are likely to charge any private astronaut a similar taxi fare to what they intend to charge NASA for its astronauts, close to $60 million per flight. So it's $35,000 a night to stay at the space station, and it's $60 million. Hopefully that's to get there and back. So you want to stay there for a month? It'd be $61 million. There you bloody go. I wonder who's going to go up there. Isn't the dude from Virgin? Is it Virgin Airlines? Isn't he like keen to go up there? Forget the guy's name. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. NASA has previously banned any commercial use of the space station and prohibited astronauts from taking part in for-profit research. Why? We need to be doing that. That's how they could be like subsidize the cost. NASA's fucking stupid. Yeah, because taxpayers should pay for all this shit. That's insane. What a fucking waste. I'm glad they're Elon Musk and who were the two companies? It was like fucking SpaceX and Boeing or something. SpaceX? Yeah, and Boeing. Well, at least we've got some competition and some kind of privatization. And, this is going to be put pressure on them to be like, you need to bloody actually let these people do for-profit research, mate. We need to subsidize this. The taxpayers are not really, how are we benefiting from this? I think we are benefiting because they've made certain amount of like breakthroughs by having to do it, but we can get the same breakthroughs by having for-profit organizations subsidizing and paying for some of this and more competition. Do you know what I mean? NASA does not own the space station. However, it was built beginning in 1998 with Russia, which has taken a more relaxed approach to recent decades to commerce. So even the Russians, they're communist. They were. Even the Russians are like understanding. They're like, yeah, this is expensive. We see the value in it, but we want to fund it. We need to get the funding in there through other means. You know what I mean? They're waking up slowly. NASA announced on Friday this part of the move towards full privatization of the International Space Station. So that's what the ISS is. US President Donald Trump published a budget last year which called for the station to be defunded by the government by 2025. The space agency recently announced that it planned to return to the moon by 2024, taking the first woman there and the first person in decades. And the first man. Well, there you bloody go. The first tranny in space, 2024. Transdimensional bloody aliens. Nah. Yeah, old Donald Trump, see, maybe it's good. He wants to defund all this stuff. Was it Obama who defunded the He was like, nah, NASA needs to cut out the space shuttle. You know, the space shuttle thing. When I was in New York City, there's like a aircraft carrier. It's like a Air Force museum. There's like this Air Force carrier. I think it's next to the Brooklyn Bridge or whatever. It's close to one of them bridges. Yeah, and you can go to the museum and that space shuttle's inside it. So I went and it says, do not touch. And I was like, I had to touch it. And ever since, I've never been the same. I'm a mutant now. Do you know what I mean? The fucking radiation from outer space has seeped into my body. And now I'm like, fucking, this is who I've become. That's who I am now. The Dusty Bogan. Fucking, you know what I'm talking about, people. Anyway, that was fucking good. I love Donald Trump. I love the fact that they're going to start privatizing all this shit. It's good for us. Like, it's good for American taxpayers and shit. Because, yeah. All right, jumping back in the bloody, jumping back in here. Delete your chat logs after you stream so that the Jew comments in the chats won't affect your monetization approval. Yeah, I know. That's why I was giving this fucking that white Oz dude who was in my chat, and he just keeps going on and on about Jews and fucking lizard people, and I'm like, get over it, mate. You know what I mean? Gives me the shits. I don't care. I don't care about the Jews. Like, whatever. I got Jewish mates. My fucking teacher, my English teacher was Jewish. She was awesome. We got on fucking great. They give me the shits. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, delete your chat logs after your stream. Okay, I'm going to have to fucking do that because that clown, I think, you know, and I don't like deleting people because I believe in freedom of speech, but when you just keep banging on about the same fucking thing, we know what you're going to say anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Ball Nordic was wondering how many times Lisa 18NW was going to keep reminding Dusty about the worst day of his life. That's all good. I truly didn't know. If I didn't, I'd never have said anything. That's all good. I forgive you, Lisa. It's all good, love. Shit happens in life, eh? Fucking, I think you think you like see some bad shit, and then it's like, oh, another fucking heartbreak. But you get over it. Somehow there's healing. That's why I need Jesus. I need forgiveness, and I forgive everyone else because I don't want to carry that. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking. Someone's a dickhead in this earth. I'm not going to drink the poison and then leave. You know what I mean? The thing is, having unforgiveness, it's like this. I'm not saying that this is not about you, Lex. It's all good. I'm just tangenting here how I deal process with shit. If I meet some dickhead loser and they piss me off, yes, what they do is wrong. They're fucking terrible. But you forgive them. Because if you don't forgive them, this is what happens. Dickhead goes, or you go, I don't want to be around that loser. This is great advice. If someone pisses me off, I don't be around them. I'm just like, see ya. You change your fucking, this is my peripheral view. Dickhead's inside that, I go like this. And it's like they don't exist. But if you don't forgive them, it's like you're taking them with you wherever you go. So you have to forgive them to fucking free yourself from that. You can't take them with you. Leave them there. Let them die. Let that fucking negativity die, and you move on and set yourself free. You know what I mean? That's all we got to do, man. And then you don't. And like, this is my thing. There's people who annoy me, and even though I forgive them, and then I see them again, I'm like, the frustration arises again, and it brings out the worst in me, and I'm like, I just need to. I understand this. There's 7 billion of us. One person or two people, a few people who piss me off, not required to be a part of my life. Go find the people who I enjoy life with. which it's kind of like sad in a way. I'd like to forgive people and move on completely, but I'm only human. Even my mum, she really frustrates me. This is a weird thing. My mum's so helpful. She's so fucking helpful. She wants to do everything for me. Whenever she's around, it's like I feel the stress levels go up, and I'm like, I can't handle it. I'm so independent. I want to do things myself. I can't fucking handle it. I'm like, can you please leave? I can only handle it for about an hour once a week, which is sad. It's kind of sad because she's fucking my mum and she cares for me. And she's only trying to be nice the way she does it, but the frustration levels just go. And I'm like, how can I deal with that? I don't know. One day I'll come up with some fucking philosophy and idea and be like, I worked it out. But yeah, where was I in the comments section? Sorry for the fucking tangents, mate. Where have I fucking gone to? I'm losing myself in the comments. Okay, here we go. I think I deleted the Joe comment if it stops you from monetizing, Dusty. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah. Isn't that like, it's so fucking stupid that I know there's people who are decent who joke, and then there's some people who, and it's all good. You joked. No one cares. And then there's some people who are probably mean spirited. And then you're like, I don't know. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Because if someone was racist towards me, I'd be like, fuck you. And it pisses me off. And then it's like, this is the thing about some things, but this is what I believe, right? This is my philosophy. I do think we're made in God's image, right? So some things, if you go and attack people, because I think if you're made in God's image, you're supposed to be honored. There's a certain amount of like holiness to you. So if you like really fucking viciously try to undermine someone, you're dishonoring them, and it's unnatural, and it stirs people and they get frustrated. And then this is my biggest problem is like in the state of anger, that person can say something and get on with their life. This person, what's he supposed to be like? F you and punch on? Or you have to regulate yourself and be like, cool it down. And you throw it into the basement and you like, Jesus, help that dissolve so it doesn't manifest into a negative way. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, yeah, people say shit and pisses you off, eh? Pisses me off. And then I'm like, what am I gonna how do I deal with that? I have to forgive him, I have to move on somehow. Dusty Bogan, your avatar and shirt designer is here in the chat today. CIA Bogue is the proud American in Microsoft Paint. Oh, thanks so much, dude. CIA Bogue. Oh, I need to look for your comment. I'm going to screenshot that and I'm going to find you. Is it all right if I sell your shirt, bro? I'm going to if I sell these shirts, are you going to sue me? Hopefully not, because it's fucking funny. I love it. You're a legend, mate. I don't know anything about copyright laws or anything. I'm fucking making it up as I go. Right. Here we go. I used to eat my mum's Valiums when I visit her. We'd talk for hours. Yeah, that's funny. It's good on you, mate. Dusty Sheila TY. Oh, what happened there? I'll still watch and support Dusty's channel. Of course you will. That's fine. Don't feel bad. It's all good. You're just trying to be nice. Gosh, you're all good, Lisa. I just don't think it's a good idea for me to do chat because I misunderstand things too easy. It's all good. Don't even worry. I'm not offended. You know what I mean? We have all, it's all good, mate. Jeez, the amount of shit you got to sift. You need to, like, some of you people might need a translator to even fucking work out what I'm saying. um, Thanks a lot, you guys. Chill. Check out Revenge of the Sis if you don't already watch them. Bloody oath, mate. Oh, so CIA Bogue, you're the dude who made my cartoon character. Is that right? You're a fucking legend, mate. Thanks heaps, dude. That's right, right? Did I get that right? I hope so. Where else am I fucking reading? Here we go. Dia Beltran, she's fucking in here. Boar Nordic, I'm not even sure. I'm going, my mates arranged that. I don't even know what this is about. No worries, I won't sue you, mate. I love you. Find me on Twitter if you want to talk. Yeah, sweet. So you're not gonna sue me. And you made the mad one with the spaceship, right? The Australian Space Station. So I'm probably use both of them. They're both hilarious. You're a legend, mate. I'm screenshotting this so you can't sue me in the future if you change mine. I've got the evidence now. I've locked it in. I've locked it down. I love your shirt. I want to buy one. Tried to buy a Revenge of the Sith shirt yesterday, and Teespring started acting weird. Are you joking me? That's fucked, eh? They're all in collusion together. Dusty, do you have your videos backed up? Yeah, I got my videos backed up on my laptop and on a hard drive. So yeah. And what's BitChute? That's like a YouTube alternative, isn't it? But I thought we needed a VPN to use it in Australia after I think BitChute had that fucking some shit on there. The government didn't want us to watch. Typical. You know what I'm fucking saying? So I got a few other fucking. I've got a few other bloody articles. We'll stick to the NASA one. There's another one here with Trump talking about. I don't even know when I started this channel. Trump tells NASA to focus on getting humans to Mars, not the moon. We did that 50 years ago. What a fucking legend, eh? Do it now. US President Donald Trump has solicited NASA for focusing on, scolded, sorry, NASA for focusing on a return to the moon and insists that Mars was a better destination in a tweet that appears to suggest the moon is part of Mars. Yeah. for for all the money we are spending, NASA should not be talking about going to the moon. We did that 50 years ago. He tweeted aboard Air Force One while returning to D-Day commemoration in France. They should focus on much bigger things. Why the fuck isn't it letting me scroll down here? Sorry. They should be focusing on much bigger things, and we are doing, including Mars, of which the moon is a part. Maybe he's meaning like because he knows the plan. I think isn't the plan to get to Mars you have to go to the moon and then set up some kind of base and then they'll go from the moon to Mars. I think that's what Trump's saying. Because I'm pretty sure that is the fucking plan. They're gonna get a fucking base on the moon, get a fucking heap of shit there, and then go. It's like a matter of logistics or something. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure that's the go. So they always just try to undermine Trump, make him sound like an idiot, but he knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? I fucking know what I'm talking about, mate. Last month, Trump said during an appearance with Japanese Prime Minister, whatever his name is, that Japan and the US would launch a mission to Mars very soon. Sweet. Japanese will love that shit. They love the sci-fi. We'll be going to the moon, he said. Then we'll be going to Mars very soon. See? See? That's what Trump was fucking saying. They use they use the moon as as the launching pad to get to Mars. They go to the moon, they get the shit sorted out, fucking get it all down pat, and then they go to Mars. You know what I mean? NASA is operating under a plan that could launch manned craft to Mars by 2033, and Trump himself, a month ago, sounded more gung ho. So that's how you say it. Okay, about another moon landing than a trip to Mars. Whatever. Under my administration, we are restoring NASA to greatness, and we are going back to the moon, then Mars. I'm updating my budget to include an additional 1.6 billion so that they can return to space in a big way, he tweeted. And that's the end of the article. Trump and his, was it Space Force? Some mad some mad fucking idea he had about making an international branch. It was it was a branch of the military, Space Force or something. I'll read another article. Bang, because that was probably pretty short. Here we go. Thought this one was quite interesting. China's Banksy, so that's the graffiti artist, fears storm is coming after revealing identity on Tiananmen Square anniversary. Chinese Australian artist, can't even pronounce his name, told SBS News he didn't feel safe anywhere, fearing the Chinese Communist Party's global reach. Get this into you. Why? I thought the communists were I thought they were amazing. I thought they were the best thing ever. Throw democracy out the window. Have a single party dictatorship, which really there's no real accountability. They just hush everything. Yes, we are perfect. No, you're not. That's the biggest problem with a single party system. There's no accountability. There's no opposition to hold them accountable. You can't vote them out. No one wants that. It's bloody dangerous, mate. The Chinese Australian dissident artist believes a storm is coming after revealing his identity for the first time on 30th anniversary of the Tiananmen massacre. So I wonder why he even revealed his identity, despite boasting more than 30,000 followers on Twitter. Old mate who was born in China but now lives in Melbourne, the communist capital of Australia. I wonder how all these, all the PC fucking left-wing keyboard warriors down in Melbourne, wonder how they feel about him, this bloke, saying he's worried about the Chinese Communist Party fucking coming after him. Just for a bit of artwork. Jeez Louise. But just as bad as the remember that, that other religion doesn't like you drawing, doesn't like people making drawings about someone. Can't say it now because YouTube will fucking silence me. So we're speaking in code now. This is how the world's operating. It's the prison planet. And we're just like we're creating our own code language. You know what I mean? This is it's what we have to do, man. We're gonna adapt to the system. and remember this. YouTube and all the fucking Facebook CEOs, all these people. You guys are inventing a PC world. These are the rules of the PC world. And then look at yourself in the mirror, and are you consistent with that yourself? Because I don't think you can. No one can live inside that world. You can't joke, can't do anything. You just got to be like, you might as well just. There's no such thing as individuality at that point. It's like, here's the script. Read from the script. Don't deviate from the script. Now, and we're losing all entertainment. We're losing so much in this process. The chokehold on freedom of speech. It's terrible. Anyway, It's important for every artist to join in and do more work about the real world, human condition. I believe it is critical for us to be the front line in defending freedom of speech, he told SBS News on Wednesday, the day after his identity was revealed. That's right. There used to be I reckon this is the part of freedom of speech and this is what's made Western culture great. When we actually got freedom of speech and the free press, and some of these artistic people, yeah, they're quite weird. They're kind of weirdos, but at the end of the day, it's like they're challenging. This is like comedy, and this art stuff. It's like challenging the norm, and it's opening up a sphere of thought. You know what I mean? Instead of being, it's like the militant atheists who always tend to the left. They always tend to fucking communism, and they're so rigid. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in anything. This is the way it is. You can be like a kid and you can be like, oh, the Big Bang and the evolution theory. You can wrap your head around it pretty quickly. You're like, okay, I wrap my head around. I understand that. It's like this perfect little box. And then you're like, there's nothing outside of that realm of reality. That's it. Seems too simple to me. I think there's more. Way more. I say that at work. I'm always like, there's always more, mate. There's always more. Usually because they're like, we're going through a slow patch and we're running out of work. And I'll be like, there's always more, mate. There's always more. And they'll be like, there's no work, Dusty. There's no work coming up. It's all drying up. You're going to get the sack. And be like, there's always more, mate. There's always more. And they're like, you're not listening, mate. You should be worried. You should be stressed out. But like, there's always more. Only joking. I do say that. It's kind of funny. We have a laugh. But of course, doing this as a Chinese-born artist, I'm facing a lot of risk, persecution, and harassment from Beijing. This is how serious this shit is, mate. This is like when I did the interview with the Vietnamese people, right? There was some young lads, young guys. I'm like, hey, he's going. I didn't interview him. I really should. I should have got their numbers. I don't know if I'll ever run into these guys again. I probably will. I'll try to. But yeah, what am I saying? We're at this Vietnamese rally against communism. These young Vietnamese men, they were like, I'm like, so how did you get here? They're like, oh, they came here on boats, illegal. They're illegal immigrants. Before we bought an offshore detention and we shut down illegal immigration. It's been a huge success. These guys, what happened? They were like, yeah, we're in Ho Chi Minh City. We're all having beers, about 20 of them, all blokes. We're on the piss. One of our mates, he gets maggot. And the police try to arrest him for public nuisance. And then he's like, you, communism. Starts going on about communism and stuff. They arrest his mate. They never see his mate again. Then the cops keep coming around to all their houses looking for them because the cops think that they're a part of some anti-communism bloody group. So these guys and their mates, they fled Vietnam to come to Australia in fear for their lives. Their mate, and they're saying this happened years ago. Their mate's never been seen again. See how fucking dangerous this communism is. And they reckon all that happened was too many beers, and their mate was just talking shit. It was like, F you to the coppers. I'm sure there's like a deeper side of it. One day I'll track them dudes down. I'll do the interview. And we'll talk about it. The 35-year-old artist deals almost exclusively with human rights and censorship in China. Geez, mate, we need you to start dealing with fucking human rights and censorship in Australia. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion. We're getting the communist bloody mentality is seeping in to the Western world. You know what I mean? All the Marxist brainwashed university professors are bloody brainwashing all these young people, and then the flow-on effect it's having. It's not good. The PC culture, the hurt feeling culture, which is just it's just cultural Marxism. You know, isn't political economic Marxism control means of production? Well, this is the thing. I reckon cultural Marxism is control the means of production. They want to control the culture. They want to control the art, the music, the journalism, the fucking all forms of media and entertainment, sports. They want to be in control. The control freaks, mate. That's what they are. Anyway, his anonymous political satire has earned him comparison to UK artist Banksy, but he said it has also made him a target of the Chinese Communist Party. Does anyone read this? Does anyone understand? I wonder where all the. Maybe I should share this article on Facebook. You know, I'm not even going to do it because if I do it, I'll lose my Facebook page. I already lost it for 8 months, so it's kind of good. I like having Messenger. If you do, you know, if you look on my YouTube channel, you'll find my I think you go to the about in the YouTube channel, and then it has a link to my Facebook. My Facebook, MeWe, and Instagram. Pretty much all I'm doing is posting funny memes and maybe photos. I'm not going to post any more videos on there. I'll keep it for YouTube, all my videos, and then mainly I'm communicating with people on my Telegram. That's my main thing. I'm not even going to waste my time. It's good to keep. I'm just going to fly under the radar on all my other social medias, because if they boot me, you know, off my YouTube, or they boot me off one of them, just fly under the radar for a bit until we work out the slateboard.com, our actual social media app, and it'll be like a Facebook and YouTube alternative that my mate's creating. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that up and running real soon. Anyway, that's a whole other video. Anyway, this is he said he was forced to. Whatever. I'm done with this article. There's heaps. I'm round to the comments section. Yeah, well, we can see by that article, you can see the danger of radical communism, can't you? They're a bunch of Marlins. Okay. Yeah, bro. How do I I'm gonna send old mate. What's he saying? CIA Bogue, Dusty Bogan. Do you have an email? I want to send you the original post so that you know I actually drew it. Yeah, can I send you? Go to channel. Oh, so yeah, okay. Does it have? Nah. I'll just post my. This is my email address. Everyone, bang, email me. Might have to delete that comment after a while. So hopefully you pick that up, old mate. CIA Bogue. Cheers, bruh. Lisa. But that could be made up too. If I can make one, we should be to learn the truth about everything. I don't know what this is about. I'll scroll up the comments because I don't want to miss any mad comments. When I do Thirsty Thursday, I'm like too distracted talking to other people and having a beer, and I don't read the comments. But I think I might cut my Thirsty Thursdays just down to like one guest at a time because it's just too chaotic, and I didn't even get that many views off it. So I thought like, okay, obviously it just doesn't work having like 4 or 5 people on at once. And Tim Wills is all good. He's got his own actual stuff going on, so I prefer to keep Tim on there, and we could actually read the news together. He's a decent bloke. get on some other. I'll try get decent people on Thirsty Thursday, but just try to keep it one person. Did that go through? Sounds of. Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm gonna remove my. Can I remove that? Remove. I'm removing my email address because it looks like old mate's already got it. Okay, thanks everyone. You guys are freaking the maddest, eh? I'll scroll back up the comment section, hook in again for a little bit. Do you think the moon's made of plasma? That's the most retarded theory I've heard about the moon thus far. I thought it was made of cheese. You know, remember Wallace and Gromit? That was fucking cool. They were like, they only need to take crackers to the moon because it's made of cheese. So they're all goods. Will this be the first time we go to the moon? I don't know. I think maybe it did happen. Maybe we did go to the moon. I mean, if you believe the moon's made of plasma, no offense, I just rage quit conspiracy theories at that point. I think it's just a giant rock. I looked in it at the moon in one of these telescopes. You can see all the craters and everything. You know what I mean? I guess that gives you good reason to think that the Earth is, or the moon's definitely fucking very old because I've never seen an asteroid fly into it in my life. So I don't even know when was the last recorded asteroid getting seen flowing into the moon. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know if it's like, you know, if you go back to history to Jesus times or Old Testament times, there would be like everyone would have written about like the historical event that some massive something fucking exploded on the big shiny thing in the sky. It'd be there somewhere. But I am talking shit about something I know nothing about, as usual. Here we go. They would use the moon's gravity as a catapult for Mars mission. There you go. See, I knew there was something they were going to use. They were going to do. I did read about it. But before that, they will send an unmanned mission to Mars with supplies. Yeah. See, Trump knew what he was talking about in that post. And he's like, that's why he said the moon. All he said is, we're going to send people to Mars, and the moon's a part of that. That's what he said. And they're like, and they, Trump thinks that the moon and the Mars are the same thing. That's how fucked these journalists are. They do anything. They can't read between the lines. They can't work shit out. Do you know what I mean? They're not. I don't think they're smart enough, or they're just cunning and making pot shots at them. You know what I mean? Because they're dogs. Did I just scroll all the way up? Yeah, I just scrolled all the way up and lost where I was at. Oh my gosh. There you go. God's fake, moon's real. We are all 13 billion years old. Our molecules have existed since the beginning of the universe, and since those same molecules reunite, you'll all be reincarnated. Is that fucking right, mate? Because I've got my own jar. You see my jar before? Get my jar. Because you said it by popular demand. This is my jar full of nothing. And in 13.5 billion years, I'll be the god of my own universe with everything in it. Because nothing creates everything. You know what I mean? The cool thing, if you read the Bible, first thing it says in creation, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, which is like, it's actually exactly like the Big Bang in the beginning. So it's like space, beginning. God created the heavens, which is, in the beginning is time. God created the heavens, which is space, and the earth, which represents matter. So there was a point in time when there's a point where space, time, and matter came into existence. It's exactly the Big Bang. And then if you follow the creation story, every day of creation, when any life gets, it's like the terraforming of the planet. It's kind of exactly like you could imagine if you watched like a mad alien movie like fucking Prometheus. And it follows every step of creation. Life starts in the water. Plants, life starts like the terraforming the planet, ozone, water separates from the land, then vegetation starts, then life starts in the water, then on the land, then humans last. Every time something's created, it says be fruitful and multiply. That's what I'm saying. What do you think? Like, this is how everything, it's true. It's like it appears nothing turned into everything because this is fruitfulness and multiplication. There is an expanding, growing. I think there's a mind, a code writer behind it, and it's like, and it's causing this positive growth and change, and tuning everything up to make it function and work. That's what I think happened because it says be fruitful and multiply. Fruitfulness, whatever's fruitful, whatever the positive thing multiplies, and then that stays and grows and compounds and gets positive forward perpetual motion. That's what the Bible says. And I know Christians, some sects of Christianity are like, evolution can't be real because death rules. Death is the champion through evolution. That's where they're wrong. It's the fruitfulness and multiplication that is the champion. Do you know what I mean? And it's biblical. It's just they like to lock down on certain things, and then they write everything off instead of keeping an open mind. And there's like go on a thousand different, and that's the thing. You need to think of who was the dude? I'm sorry, bro. He was like, we're all nothing. God's not real. The moon's real, and we're 13.5 billion years old. Yeah. So this is the thing. Old mate said Laterus 7007. I said your name wrong. God's fake, moon's real, and we're all 13 billion. I thought it was 13.5 billion years old. And molecules have existed since the beginning of the universe, and since those same molecules reunite, you will be reincarnated. So you believe in the reincarnation. I thought Jesus, this is my thinking, I think Jesus actually, yeah, if you read so you have the Old Testament story, 6 days creation. And then if you look in the New Testament, when it talks about creation, it never mentions 6 days. So this is the thing about the New Testament. If Jesus is God manifest in the flesh, he died, he rose again. He gave us historical evidence of a resurrection, a reincarnation. That's essentially what it is. So however the hell that would happen, I don't know. But he's also gave us the Holy Spirit, and he said the Holy Spirit will lead you into like all truth. So with the Holy Spirit, the people who wrote the New Testament, they knew the real truth. They were revealing the real truth of the matter around creation. And when they speak about it, 1 John 1, it's like it's called the Logos. Jesus is called the Logos. God spoke the world into creation. God created everything through the Word, and the Word became flesh, which is Jesus. It doesn't talk about the 6 days of creation, but it talks about the Logos, talks about the Word of God creating everything. It's like a real trip out. I need to read that scripture again. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I think the New Testament is a bit more reliable. It's a more reliable account of creation, and it really all that talks about is the Logos and God speaking the world into creation, and then the Word of God becoming flesh. But yeah, and then also you were saying about the reincarnation. I reckon Jesus' resurrection is an evidence of some kind of reincarnation. I don't know how it will happen, but maybe we have yeah, I don't even know. Who knows? Can't say I know. can't say I've formulated a full theory around all that yet. One day I will. But it's interesting and funny. I reckon you do believe in some kind of God, dude. Especially if you're like, yeah, a reincarnation. There's some, obviously you believe there's more than just nothing creating everything. I don't think you believe that that jar is going to turn into a universe. I don't think. Do you think I'll be a god in 13.5 billion years? I hope so, but I don't. I know the textbook says it, and it's very like communist, PC, left wing. No, you can't have an opinion. You are like, this is the frame of thought, and nothing outside of that, and it's very simplistic. There's no room for fucking thought outside of it. So we get brainwashed into that mentality, but I think there's more. I think there's way more. Yeah, what's this one? They have 5,000 dimensions. Exactly right. That's what I'm thinking, dude. There's so many. Like I'm saying, isn't that what the multiverse is? There's multiple. So there's 50,000 dimensions. Was it 5,000? 5,000 dimensions. So this is my jar. This is my universe, my big bang. Bang, right? There's 5,000. There's different layers of dimensions simultaneously operating at the moment. Other big bangs happening, writing their own laws of science. It's like what they call it, laws of thermodynamics and all this stuff. The laws of physics and stuff. They're all tuning and writing their own laws that are probably uncomprehendable for us. So you're telling me in these other universes and dimensions, there's no spiritual realm? There's nothing else? I don't believe that. I think there is. I totally think there is. Lisa, sorry, I shouldn't tell you guys about that. He is stalking me on Revenge of the Sis and all other like channels telling me to to relapse because I said once at Nightwave that I struggled with drug addiction. Yeah. So who's trolling you? Stop trolling her. She's all good, mate. Give her a break. Everyone's done stupid shit. Yeah, what? So you were fucking probably drunk. And someone's like, try this, and you're like, all right. Fucking took ecstasy or something, and then you're like, that was fun, and you did it a few more times, and now you're like, I used to be a drug addict. Now you were probably just a stupid young person who was pissed and did something stupid that had a flow on effect to have a few more stupid things, and then you pulled your head in and you got over it, and you're all good now. Fuck that guy. Dusty, the jar is a straw man argument. After all that time, the universe and the jar will be very different. Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying. It's the same principle. It's a principle. It's an analogy. It's a metaphor to understand that I don't believe that jar is going to turn into anything more than that jar. I don't think it's going to spontaneously generate another universe and intelligent life and all this awesome stuff. And like, I guess I think about it like it's like how they say evolution works, and it's like the fucking whatever you get something. Even if if we start with the fucking rat, and the rats keep breeding, and they're adapting to their environment, and it slowly changes and evolves. But it's like, how the fuck does the positive change happen, positive mutation, and then handing down the genes? It's like the rolling of the dice to get exactly what you want. And it's happening so many times over and over and over again. To me, it all appears as though there's a designer. It appears that there's something, and I think this would be happening from another dimensional realm. I think there's another dimension where all the strings are getting pulled and the dials are being tuned to make it happen. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a part of you have to understand. We know the same information. We all know the same information. We've all read the same textbooks. We've watched the same fucking documentaries. We've listened to the same professors and the same fucking things. We've read it all, watched it all, listened to it all, consumed it all. We understand. It's kind of quite easy to understand this stuff. But then it's just like, okay, we know that. We know that. That's the information we know. Outside of the information we know, how much more is there to learn? What percentage do we know? Oh, we know about 10% of everything. Do we know 50% of everything? Okay, what's outside of that we don't know yet? Are we fucking? And I'm like, just being a little bit optimistic here. It's like maybe it is like having faith, positive expectation, a bit more optimism, a bit more open-minded to the possibility. Do you know what I mean? But I find it interesting, but I find like it is very simplistic, the evolutionary story, the Big Bang story. I think people can wrap their head around it, and I think people feel comfortable with that, and then they start to go like, oh yeah. And we like to put everything in a little box so we can comprehend it and understand. It makes us feel safe, and then we can like feel really intelligent and be like, you're stupid, I'm intelligent, I'm really smart, I understand this. But is it more a matter of being closed minded? Do you know what I mean? Here we go. Al Cablo TV. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God, and all things were made by him, and not anything was not made by him. Yeah, so that's First John 1. That's excellent. I think that's essentially, this is like this, anything in the New Testament that talks about creation, if it's truly, it's actually like, this is when Jesus entered into history, became a man, the Logos, the Word of God became flesh. But then when he died, he rose again, he ascended, went back to the fucking realm of heaven, and he then that's when the Holy Spirit came. Once the payment of sin and death were broken, the Spirit then became to rule and reign back over on the earth, or in our hearts, if we give him permission to. And this is when the people who wrote the New Testament, they kind of knew more truth and had more spiritual revelation and truth from the Holy Spirit. So what they say about creation is very important. It could be like the truth of the matter. Anyway, but I'm happy to talk about all sides. We need to keep talking about this stuff. It's very interesting. Uh, anyway. Genesis also says on the seventh day God rested. Does God need to rest? The creation 6 day was the creation 6 day paradigm. I don't even know how to say it. Was likely God's way of telling man to work days, and 5 the seventh to rest and be worship of God. Yeah, I think there is like cultural metaphors and everything in there. It's not a science book. Like, is it a science book, a history book, a philosophy book, a cultural book, or is it a spiritual book? So the thing is, I think it's a spiritual book, and then we mix we can't be bogged down. I can say like, let's talk about it, let's understand. I think what you're saying is true. Like, that's true. There's layers of truth in it, and there's deep depth to it that goes deeper. And some of these people, they get nailed, stuck on one bit, and they can't move on. They miss out the whole depth of the whole situation. You know what I mean? Because like, you even think, is historically, I think even the Jews, they're like, Moses got the Genesis story. It was Moses when he came down from Mount Sinai in the day of Pentecost, the original day of Pentecost, when Moses got the law, brought the law down or whatever. Isn't that when Moses got the revelation? Somehow God downloaded to him the Genesis creation story. And it's interesting. That's when Moses taken his people out of Egypt. What's the first thing he does? He gives them a law, like a way to govern them. It's how you create a nation. But he's also giving them he's like essentially he's the meta hero of the time, and God gives them like a deep meta culture to follow and a law. And then this is like the foundation of how you have culture and community in a nation. This is how you do it. This is how you find successful community and nations. Do you know what I mean? This is how you would run a successful nation. That's what I think. So he's used like story, like Jesus told parables, right? When he told the parable of the prodigal son, that didn't happen, but he's telling us something, and it was true. It was essentially true, and it had a deep story and truth to it. That was spiritual truth that transcends into a deeper form of reality. So there's so much depth in it. Do you know what I mean? Dusty, you need to get Streamlabs set up. Yeah, no, I'm gonna freaking do it, man. I'll probably try to set that up tomorrow. Probably tomorrow afternoon. I'll try to set up Streamlabs. I created an account. I'm just like sometimes, after work, get home from work, spend time with the missus, then do like an hour live, and then usually it's like cook dinner, clean up a bit, make lunch, spend time together, watch a show, and then in between that, I might be on the laptop and set up some stuff or do some stuff. But I don't want to I do want to spend time with them. Amazing. The Dusty Sheila. But yeah, and then by then I'm like fucking brain's not functioning 100%, need a rest and shit. You know what I mean? Try work it out tomorrow, the old Streamlabs. Thanks for watching, all 31 of yous. You're legends. Amen, brother. Someone said. Here we go. El Cabo TV. I swear that an actual court case a couple of 100 years ago, a woman drank something and a dead snail was in it, and it killed her because their snail juice is toxic, and it's whatever. Sorry, but for shizzle, that's why people who said I don't believe in anything are wrong. We do believe in a lot of stuff we can't see, like places and still being there, Coke being Coke, food not being contaminated. Yeah, we're quite optimistic, aren't we? And we trust. We do things like we jump in the car and we don't be like, we need to check the bolts on the wheels before we drive anywhere. We just fucking like, yep, they'll be fine. I trust that the wheels will remain tight. They're not going to fall off on me while I drive down the road. Anyway, I feel like I'm losing it here. I need to go and fucking have a Milo. Something to eat. Going to my mate's fucking baby gender reveal. They don't want to believe because it's really scary. I think it's both scary. It's scary to think that there's nothing and you live your life and it's over. Because even then you're like, what do? Do you live your life and just stimulate the nerve endings? And you're like, it doesn't matter. There's no objective morality. It's just you fucking choose to do whatever you want. And then you live your life like that. And you're like, this isn't working. And then you go to church, like this. That's like how I was doing it. Then you go to church and you're like, damn, there's some good values, culture, and community. And you're like, this is actually going to make me win. I'll do that. And then you're like, wow, this is more satisfying. This is great. And then even if you're wrong about Jesus, you've still won. But I don't think you will be wrong. But like, so how are you supposed to live your life if that's it? This is what you get. It's all over. It's done and dusted. you're pretty much still going to want to live your life the way, Christian culture and community and tradition has outlaid this way of doing life. It's really good, beneficial, and fucking happy and healthy and rewarding. So, stimulating the nerve endings, I mean, does it work? Does it work for all these Hollywood famous people who just end up in fucking drug rehabs and mental institutions? It doesn't anyway. So we've got to find like a way to do life that's balanced and fucking good. Show your toes, Dusty Bogan. Nah, I'm only half a body. I'm only half, and the rest of me, it's like a genie. It's like a genie tail, and it goes into like a fucking 4X fucking tally, mate. You know what I mean? I'm wearing Ugg boots because it's fucking cold. You know what Ugg boots are. You've all watched The Ranch. Um, I think I know what you mean. Are you talking to me? Yeah. All right. Al Capo TV. Um, I'd prefer not to believe. I don't want to worship anything except myself. I just hope Jesus was the real deal. If Jesus is like, I kind of like the idea. Of course, I like the idea of the Old Testament where Adam and Eve and they ate the fruit, and it's like that freedom of will got them booted out of the Garden of Eden, this perfect place built specifically for them. But they used that freedom of will, got them booted out into, and they go into this world. It's pretty shit. And then they're dying, there's pain and suffering. But it's like that idea where they were, I understand the idea of that, where you're like, okay, God created humankind to be absolute free will made in his image, where they had but to have ultimate free will, there had to be an ability for them to do something that was wrong, or even to self-destruct. To have the ability to self-destruct gave them ultimately true freedom, that they were unplugged from the matrix. They were no longer a robot or a program, but they were truly sovereign and independent with their own freedom of will. That's what that Garden of Eden fruit represents, the knowledge of good and evil. Gave them an ultimate self-destruct option. And then they took that option, fucked them up, and then through Jesus we're getting a restoration. He voluntarily entered into his creation. That's what I like about Jesus. God then, yeah, because he loved us, even though that choice was made, and death and all the bad shit came into our reality. He was like, "Nah, I want to fix the problem. I want to restore the situation, and I choose to do it." Jesus chose to leave the realm of heaven, become a man, become poor. Though he was rich, it's like he gave up his riches to become poor, to enter into mankind. And then he voluntarily dies, rises again. And the choice that he keeps giving us is a voluntary interaction. He wants us to choose to come into a relationship, choose to come into restoration, choose to have forgiveness, choose to have the Holy Spirit to come and help us. And I just like the idea. I like the idea because if you're like, that's God, and if it's Muhammad or Buddha or all the different other gods or people who say this is the way to God, this is the way to enlightenment or paradise or to fucking transcend into spirituality. I don't like the idea of Jesus. He's like, yep, I'm coming in to fix the problem. And he's like, forgive them. They don't know what they do. And he was kind of good enough. He stood up for some good stuff. I like him. I reckon he's a legend. Top bloke. Anyway, I'm losing it. Need to fucking go. The book was Jesus God by Richard I. Anyway, guys, thanks for bloody tuning in. And I'll probably go. I think I got a meeting. I was gonna try not to do a live every day, so I'd spend more time with the missus. But I know this Tuesday I've got an appointment with me accountant, so which would be boring as fuck. And I was hoping to do every Saturday morning Tuesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon and do a minimum of 3 a week because I've been doing a pretty much an hour a day for the last 2.5 weeks, I think, because I wanted to get my hours up to get monetized. But I'm like, got to get the balance right there. Where I'm not, so I'm spending time with the missus and got some stuff around the house I need to do. I don't want to do too much. I want to cut it back to a sustainable amount, which would most likely be Saturday morning, Tuesday, 6 o'clock, Thursday, 6 o'clock, 3 times a week. Do a fucking hour, an hour and a half live. Read the news. So you don't have to read too much news. If you want to tune into this, just be like, sure, Dusty will find the good news of what's going on and have a bit of banter. And just encourage everyone to flick me $1 on my PayPal. I don't even care how much you give me. If you can. If you can't afford it, don't even worry about it. But if you want to, don't feel pressured and don't feel like you have to fucking give me a huge amount. But support us, give us a fucking $1, and I'll be like, and I'll try sort out Streamlabs this week. Hey, fucking cheers, eh? Thanks for tuning in.